So the next section is about house building. We're going to hear more about our plans to build 300,000 houses a year by the mid-2020s. And Esther's going to talk about the importance, which I think is a fundamental conservative principle, of people having a home of their own, and us being global leaders in the industry of constructing homes as well. So Esther, over to you.
Yeah, David, so you mentioned there 300,000 homes that we've got to build, and that is a large amount of homes by anybody's standard that we have got to do. And that has been because for many years demand has outstripped supply, and that's been for decade after decade. The good news is the Conservative Party is addressing that issue, and this year we built more homes than any other year bar one for the last 30 years. So we are definitely now getting on board with what we've got to do. But when we look at the number of homes that we've got to build, 300,000 is huge, and we've got to look at the opportunities there too. What are we going to do differently? What can we do? And how many jobs could we create for a future generation of people who want to work in engineering and construction? We're looking at that, and we think maybe 195,000 new jobs, and a sector, if we get it right, if we now become the global standard for safe homes, quality homes, eco homes, technological homes, that could be an industry worth about £40 billion. It would be the same size as the automotive industry. So we've got to look big, we've got to look beyond Brexit, and we've got to think what we can do there. And we're looking at modern forms of build. And I say that because housing pretty much has been the last sector to become industrialized. So if we look at cars over the decades, they've gone faster, they've gone sleeker, they've gone more technical. If you look at TVs, they've gone slimmer, they've gone cheaper, they've gone bigger, they've gone high definition. And if we look at mobile phones, they've gone from something to communicate on to absolutely having a computer in your pocket. So we are now saying, let's do that for homes. Let's build them off-site, in a factory, yes, but when we do that, let's do that to high specifics. Let's do that so they are as technical as they can be. And we've seen there's 80% fewer defects if we do it that way, because we can really get it to high precision building. And if we do that, we can set up a new set of jobs for the future. Yes, there'll be traditional build, and if we look at the workforce in traditional build, a lot of them are in the 60s, and younger people aren't necessarily following into path. Well, we've got to get more people going into construction, full stop. But if we have this new way of doing it, 3D architects, 3D visionaries, doing it with it on a computer, doing it, there's a whole new raft of jobs, then lots of younger people want to come into that new arena of jobs. And what is most exciting, we can set up in the north a centre of excellence for engineering and modern construction. And I say that because already leading the way is the northwest, the northeast and Yorkshire, and we can have our own arc of excellence. And it's moving at such a pace that this will need to be aligned with business. So it will go through, as we're talking about, that apprenticeship route. And that is what we should be doing, building homes for the future that are eco-friendly homes, that are zero carbon. Some of the homes that I have been visiting, they've got no heating bills. Their heating bills are 70% cheaper. So we're looking at affordable homes. It's not just about the house cost, it's also about the bill cost too. So I would like to say that whilst the Conservative Party is building homes for the future, the only thing the Labour Party is building is a Brexit fence to sit on. That's why you've got to stick with us and look at what we're doing. Beyond Brexit, building a bright future for a future generation.
Yeah.